Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome once again to Final Show Films. We're going to be doing a show here in a little bit, but we wanted to speak to you in profile and inform you that we wanted to celebrate some of our contributors and offer you an invitation to contribute to what we do here as well. You can do so over on the website, patreon.com/fsfilms. Here you can join the others on our $25 tier subscribers, Drevian Alexander, Samantha Bates, and Elle, who are fantastic people, and we appreciate them weekly for everything that they do for us. If you want to join and also get your name called out in profile on occasion, you can go over to that website right now and do that. We'll wait here for you for a little bit. Probably won't take too long. Just a couple minutes, couple keystrokes, hit enter, web page will load. You'll see the tiers over there. It'd be great in profile. Anyway, I think that's been a long enough time for you to contribute if you feel so inclined, or you can do it on your own time later. It is tax season, and I'm sure it's not technically a charity and probably not tax deductible, but I've gone on long enough. Hey, let's roll those credits.
And we're live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to In Grove or Green, the Changeling the Lost Chronicle, running here on Final Show Films. My name's Jack. I'm your storyteller for the evening, and I am joined this evening by a full contingent, starting with Jeremy
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm playing Megan Lansing, Ferris Draconic.
and Julia
Oh,
and
no
Muted
sound.
That happens. Hi, I'm Julia. I'm playing Alana Spencer, the Ferris Dancer.
and Sen.
I'm Sen. I'm playing Akujin, the metal flesh blood brute ogre who was mastering the blade while everyone else was watching Lost Girl.
And Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm playing Lark, Beast Windwing, who enjoys Lost Girl.
And William or Shani.
I am William Rashani, and I am playing Phage, the ogre gristle grinder, who is apparently trying to convince Lark to watch the last season of Lost Girl.
Mm-hmm. Not convincingly.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Liz, the wizened oracle.
Who is the
Who
Lost
should
Girl?
really reflect who should really reflect on things more, but is incapable now.
Yeah.
But last time in Baltimore, the Motley Unlikely went to the Baltimore Goblin Market to gather resources with Lark's boyfriend. Barnaby had a lead that the ingredients required for creating Lark's entitlement could be acquired there, and the rest of the changelings attended for support, curiosity, or other motivations entirely. With the exception of Megan, who I believe was absent. Phage reacquainted herself with the Wrong brothers, who had seemingly returned from their winter to Florida. Lark got a lead on a legendary weapon against the true Fae that could be had for the price of one wife. Liz purchased a mirror that would indicate a level of comparative peril looming over anyone reflected in it, which at this point could be almost anybody except vampires and her. And Phage paid a fairly significant cost as well to get a hint of the Queen of Ogion's plans for the Baltimore area. Upon exiting the market, the Motley also took a few days to prepare themselves to accompany Alana to an upcoming concert in Reisterstown, where her ex from before her durance will likely be appearing alongside a band as part of their choreography, design, and possibly performance team. The band in question has an alarmingly absent digital footprint, however, and Megan did some old-fashioned investigating to try and pin down, analog style, exactly where the group was hiding out before the evening's performance. And as Megan gets in her vehicle to head out of town and spy on the location, her radio clicks on. There's a blast of heavy metal and a song fragment with lyrics. We risk a deal of danger here for love. We toss our dice aloft and hope for luck. When things fall sinister, we hedge our bets and rise to meet the peril with our threats. We'll crank the rank of fury to 11 and strive to pierce the clouds and enter heaven. As the song concludes, you hear the DJ come over. And that was Death Before Loss by Greengrows here on WQYH, Baltimore's home for all the most prescient music you can handle. Get on the road, bitches!
What was
Hey,
paid-
that happened.
What was paid for that bit of information other than my token? I know it's token and some glamour.
Token, glamour, information on the necessary process for forming the Choral Collegium, the entitlement that Lark is trying to get together. And I think there might have been one or two other things. I would have to go back and watch the episode. Go back and watch the episode. Everybody, pause right now. Go back and watch the episode. We'll wait here in silence for like half an hour.
We can't pause. We're live.
We can
No,
pause
but
while
we
we're
can be
live.
silent.
We can just sit here silently staring at our camera for 30 minutes. It's great
Okay.
entertainment.
I mean,
You're
Loading
ruining
Ready
it,
Run-
Mara.
Loading Ready Run does do an annual stream where two people sit in chairs and stare at the camera disapprovingly for an hour. So it's not unprecedented.
Right. It's not unprecedented. But anyway, Megan, you're in a vehicle or on your bike or whatever, headed out of town, I presume.
Mhm.
Do you let anybody know ahead of time, even that you're leaving, or where you're going, or anything like that?
Of course not. That would be smart.
I know. We're not saying that Megan is one of the X-Men, but Megan might be one of the X-Men.
That would also be following the instructions that she gave to everyone else.
Yeah, no. In fairness, yeah, I think that she would send out a text that just says, I think it's going to say just heading out to handle something, not a big deal. We'll be back in time.
Okay.
And leaves it at that.
Just to like the group?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So everybody gets that. What's everybody doing to prepare and shit?
So I need to know if apparently so we're considering the fact that Akashun has been told about the ship is being brought along. What was he told specifically? Because that'll determine what he's doing, honestly.
Alana would have said that they are going to a concert which features her ex from before she was taken. And that she has tried for multiple days at multiple different times to find any scrap of information on where Adelaide is now and has been unable to find it. The only lead she had was Greengrows, so she's headed that way. And yes, she understands that's fucking weird.
So long as it's understood to be a weird and bad decision, he doesn't care. He'll go along. All right, so he just wants to make sure that everyone's aware of the fact. So yeah, and in that case, probably just he doesn't carry. He doesn't pack. He packs very light. So honestly, just working with stuff with the broken blade at the moment.
Okay. Sounds good.
Making sure everybody's on track to get their specific tokens.
Liz, what are you up to in preparation for this thing that you've been told you're coming to?
Who's your ex?
She will. Alana would have sat and like shown Liz the band and like
Oh.
specifically pointed out who Adelaide was,
Okay.
and probably would have told her a bit about their relationship.
Oh.
There's
Okay.
nothing like none of it's bad. So she
For a
would have
given value of
mentioned,
bad.
right, yeah. She would have mentioned that they were together and actually like on a date when she was taken. And she just wants to see her to get some closure.
That's a bad idea.
Probably.
That's a bad idea. Why?
Because it's something I feel I need to do.
Okay. Can I do something? Just gonna reach
Yes,
for your hands.
she will give you her hands.
And I'm going to use Glimpse of Fortune's Favor. Hang on. No, that's a contract that has to be something I'm doing. Let's see, what else do I got here? What's
Is
the other
it
one?
the
Yeah, reading the
visions?
portents.
Reading the portents.
I would
All
like to
right.
learn what is going to maybe happen here for Alana specifically.
Okay.
boy.
Go ahead and Alana is not a child under the age of 18.
Nope.
Spend 2 glamour,
Uh-huh.
roll wits and weird.
Okay. And I would like to use willpower on this.
Everything's about
Sure,
to get
absolutely.
weird.
3. Oh, help if I put it in the box. 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. There is a flash of insight. You see Alana lying on a surface of some sort. Maybe like a rug or something. She's missing both of her legs just below the knee. You can see the stumps of bone sticking out, pooling blood. There is a series of gunshot wounds across the upper chest, ragged punctures. You would something not a normal modern firearm, something odd or older maybe. One of the eyes is gone, as is most of the head from that side. And the area around her is just stained deeply dark brown, as if it's like a kind of like a colored substrate that blood has soaked into now. And a fly comes and lands on the single open staring eye. Now you're holding her hands back in wherever you are right now.
What are you planning on doing there? What do you want to have happen?
I just want to tell her I'm back.
That's a bad idea. There's danger there.
Give me an intelligence and occult for Liz.
Do you want to be a little more specific there, Liz?
Find out after this roll.
Yeah, let me see.
Find out after these messages.
A success.
The one thing you know about how this contract works is that it always zooms in on the most significant event
Mhm.
and something usually within the next 4 to 6 months.
Okay.
You have none of the information you would require in order to know whether this is at all related to the Greengrows concert or not.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just this is the most significant thing that will happen to
Okay.
Alana within the next 4 to 6 months, unless it is somehow prevented, altered, or changed.
Yeah. Maybe it won't hurt then, or specifically, but I see dead people.
I live with Lark, so do I. Do you want to be a little more specific there?
Oh, do they? Okay. Okay, that's all right. Good for you all. It. I don't know what. It's hard to chain the reactions backwards and forwards to tell why, but I see your death. I've seen my death too, so there's that. It's not the only one. But I know that I went looking for something with my past and I reached out and touched it, and then I was trapped in a box for a very long time. Don't repeat my mistakes.
Got it.
I don't know what to do with this. So here, maybe she's going to reach in her pocket and she's going to pull out the necklace you gave her. She's going to try and hand it back to you.
Okay.
Okay. It's going to let go of your hands and walk away.
Liz,
Yeah.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. Liz is gonna wander off.
Okay.
Do we have a couple of days before this concert? I seem to remember that being a thing.
There was already a time skip. So this
Okay.
is sort of all the stuff that's happening the morning of for
Got it.
preparation.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's yeah.
Yep.
How much
Liz has
extra
not gone to
willpower
retrieve
should
her
we
car.
have?
It's still there. So I don't know where she's wandering off to, but she's wandering off until the concert.
I would assume that Liz was at Lark's mansion.
Probably.
Because that's probably the sort of, hey, everybody get together. We're going to leave for this
Okay,
concert.
okay.
This.
Yep.
So Butterfly is wandering around, rearranging things and not breaking dishes currently.
Okay.
Phage and Lark, what are the two of you up to this morning?
Lark, you wanna?
Lark is probably on the tail of Liz leaving. Lark is walking into the room that Alana is in,
Okay.
and she has a bag of makeup on one arm and a bag of nail polish on the other. All right, if we're doing this, we're doing it right. Have a seat.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Can I get your advice on something?
absolutely.
Okay. Just gonna wait until she knows Liz is out of earshot to initiate this. You've known Liz a lot longer than I have.
Yes.
How often are her predictions true? It's not that I lack confidence, it's that I'm hoping that I'm hoping she's seeing something wrong.
Feel like this is something I've asked before. How often?
Give me an
are her
intelligence and occult.
Okay. One success.
I would say, given her background, especially as Autumn Court, being around people whose focus on magic and the supernatural elements of changeling powers and that sort of thing, the one thing Lark knows, you don't have a good like percentage on like an over under on Liss's precognition. The future is always in flux. Things can always change. Maybe not significantly, maybe not easily, but it's never written in stone. Definitely this thing will happen always, except maybe in very unique magical circumstances. Or in Doctor Who.
I was going to say 6 points in time, if you will.
Right.
Sometimes her projections can be true, but anything can be changed.
Okay.
Did she predict something that's terrifying you?
Gee, what was your first guess?
Liz was my first guess.
I suppose that's fair. Yeah, she saw my death. So there's that.
Yours is not the only death she's seen. I don't know if that should comfort you or not, but it's kind of been her thing lately.
Say, oh, well, since you put it that way, fuck it, let's party.
Okay. She didn't tell me any of the details. I assume that's probably for the best. But, yeah, it just kind of worried me a bit.
Understandably so.
She thinks it's a bad idea to go tonight.
I think you're going to be okay. We're all going together. And there is safety in numbers.
Like
Vroom,
this
vroom, vroom, vroom.
Historically,
whole thing
nothing
isn't
bad has
weird.
ever happened when we've been in numbers.
But like, you can't deny that this whole thing with Adelaide is fucking weird.
Oh, absolutely. And I'd love to figure some of that out tonight.
That's if we even get a chance to actually talk to her, or if she's even there.
She'll probably be there. If she's with this group and they're performing, she'll probably be there.
You're right. I shouldn't be worrying about this. Yeah, I should be more worried about actually talking to her.
You don't need to worry about any of it. I'm there. Megan's there. All right. If you need us there, we're there. If you need us to step back, we can. Now pick a color. She'll hold up some nail polishes.
Red.
Shawnee, what is Phage doing to prepare?
I think Phage is mostly wrapping up as much business as she can of court business.
Okay.
Making sure that that operations will be running smoothly while she's gone.
Go ahead and give me a manipulation in politics then.
How much willpower would we have gotten back over the course of this?
You guys, you broke even
Right,
because you did
I specifically
gifts.
didn't get anything because I
Yeah,
gave out
because you
harvesting,
did
which that's
blessing
what
of
we
the vernal sovereign or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, because I gave vernal blessings. Yeah.
Mhm.
Da-da-da. Am I adding my spring status to this?
Yes.
3 successes.
All right. Yeah. You cover some bases, get things in. Over the past little while, Leaffinger has honestly taken up an element of sort of ministerial responsibility. Basically, anybody who comes through the doors of the commons there are subject to a mild interview. If they've got business, that gets put in ledgers or in schedules and calendars that's sent to you over a shared Google Drive. And he's been sort of not full consigliere, but close enough. Basically, but not only when the need arises.
Helping to share the load if I'm busy.
He's right. He's taken his operation as sort of commons manager and tacked on some keyhold organizational aspects to it.
Which is good because this is the first time the keyhold's actually had infrastructure.
I mean, to an extent, yeah. Everything else has mostly been shit just lands. We're on our back foot. What the fuck now?
Speaking of, what is the current status of our infrastructure projects at this point?
As far as those go, the burial grounds are currently being there's a few sites that are being scouted, and John Coffin and oh fuck, what's his name? Guy who does all the freaking IDs and shit. Where'd you go? Ledger have been kind of taking point on doing some of the more legalese contract work and property acquisitions for that. You have, of course, put a big heavy pin in we should plant kudzu everywhere and enchant it as a security system. So that one has been kind of sidelined. But no, there's been at least marginal to moderate progress made on pretty much all of the things that have been foisted onto the queen as you've delegated some of that responsibility to other individuals. On actually, go ahead and give me an intelligence in politics if Phage is just trying to kind of evaluate her status and situation as the leadership here.
Adding anything to this?
No, this is just your own understanding of
2.
things. 2 successes. You would say, honestly, the best thing or the most effective, impressive thing that you've done is put Spring at the center of the political organization here with your various ambassadors. The courts are actually talking amongst each other more than just individual changelings passing things back and forth. There's actually a sort of systematic channel of information going in ways that
actually exists now.
In a way that, honestly, looking at it, you think Spring would be the only one likely to have gotten any level of acceptance. Even if Winter or Autumn had been inclined to do this, the general vibe of both of those courts is either secrecy or fear.
Spring are the only people who really can facilitate communication.
Right.
Yeah.
Spring is just Spring is the best equipped to facilitate this sort of organizational structure that hopefully will maintain through summer and the ensuing seasons later on for the benefit of the keyhold as a whole.
How are things smoothing over with Winter, by the way?
Winter is quiet, not in like a weird way, but in a little more of a positive fashion.
A less threatening quiet.
Right. This is it's they now, of course, they could also be trying to lull everybody into a false sense of security and just come out and murder everybody they think is possibly dangerous. Because it's winter, you never know.
Yeah.
But as far as your best sources are concerned, seems to be more of a still waters run deep, not still waters run scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, with those efforts, you are pretty sure everything's going to be doing a-okay going forward.
Yeah,
At least,
barring
assuming,
like,
right.
issues we have.
Yeah.
Speaking of, she's gonna take a look at that mirror before she leaves.
Okay. There are two figures glowing very brightly in it. And then probably about three others of a lower illumination, and then a whole bunch of very dim ones all in the background.
Do these get any more clear as they get brighter, or just
No, this is more of a, hey, how many extant threats? It's more of a counting rather than an identification thing.
Yeah. So there are two major threats that are like, well, maybe not major, but two threats that are approaching.
Two significant imminent threats of, yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Okay. All right. And Megan. Go ahead and give me a dexterity and no, actually a stamina and drive.
Okay. Stamina and drive. Well, we're off to a great start.
Okay, so it takes you about a half hour to get up there.
Mm-hmm.
What is Megan's plan of approach?
So, having looked up the spot, so she has an idea of what she's dealing with. You said this area is less developed than it shows.
Yes.
And are the buildings generally the same in that immediate vicinity?
Reasonably so. Rather than being houses, though, they're more outbuildings.
Okay.
It looks like there's a number of structures, especially on the sort of southeastern side of the road, that are, most of the residential is on the other side. Over this side, you're seeing like open space, green space, some outbuildings, some garages, some storage, the sort of thing where you're like, hey, we've got some dirt out there and we have a big building that we park the RV and the jet skis in over the season, kind of thing.
Right.
Right.
So the general goal is to see if I can find a spot. I have binoculars. I have not a rifle, but a rifle scope.
Right.
And my general the general goal to start is find a fairly secure, safe spot where I can observe.
Okay, so this is getting a vantage point thing. I'm going to say this is going to definitely be a wits and survival.
And she is going to stop probably a good while away, so there's not a motorcycle driving up to the area. So she will move through the woods. So what was the role?
Wits and survival.
Wits and survival.
Yep.
This will definitely not go poorly. I will spend willpower on this.
Okay.
So
okay,
I will take one.
Right. How inclined is Megan for scaling trees?
Okay, no problem with that. I can use it. I believe I can use a contract if I need to.
Okay.
I think tread likely helps me with that.
I think it would, but go ahead and just give me a dexterity and athletics then.
All right. That I should be better at. 2 successes.
Okay. So you find a reasonably well-concealed location, scramble up into the tree to get a slightly higher vantage point. And yeah, you see a large, somewhat nondescript. There's a faint sort of band logo on the outside. It's basically ivy wrapped around bones.
Okay.
Which, given what little you know of the band,
Makes
kind of fits
sense.
their vibe, right? It's kind of punk metal leaning into, kelp punk oi kind of vibes.
Right.
And you just post up and start watching. I'll
And
say,
this is like their van.
This
Or
is it's closer to a bus than a van, but yeah, right. It looks like this is where we all as the band members ride and probably sleep in, and yeah. Yep.
Is it okay? Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a wits and composure with your scope and stuff +2.
Okay. That is 2 successes.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't. No, I did include the plus. Did I include the +2?
I don't think you did.
No.
I did not. Two
successes. All right. You watch this van, bus, Winnebago, RV, whatever it is, for a while. And eventually, one of the doors opens and 2 people step out.
Okay.
One of them is a girl with dark skin, very kind of, you'd probably qualify it as peasant bohemian kind of garb. The other is a individual with kind of androgynous features to an extent, in pair of black jeans, button down that's not fastened, so you can see the center line of the chest. And they pass what is very obviously a joint back and forth.
Okay. Are they close enough that I can get a legible picture with a phone?
No.
Okay.
At this point, you're probably, well, I'll say go ahead and give me a dexterity in computers.
Okay.
You're probably about 100 yards out at this point, which is long range for a phone.
Good news is I am not unskilled in computers. So
okay.
No, okay, that's fine.
No, you were
That's fine.
At one point you were like, I wonder if I can hold this eyepiece on this scope steady enough and just put the lens up to it. And you try to
Get
like
creative
around, right? Yeah, let's get creative with this shit. But it doesn't really work out. So yeah,
Fine.
best you would be able to do would be a zoomed in as much as we can, but it's mostly going to be, oh look, 2 vertical shapes near obviously a van,
right?
Or
okay.
a bus kind of thing. Yep. But when you put your eyes up to the binocs, you can see some basic features, clothing, that sort of thing.
And they're just there's no there is no indication of anything out of the ordinary yet from the sounds of it.
Not immediately. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity and stealth.
Okay. Stealthimus. There we go. 2.
Okay.
I have possibly not been found yet.
You have possibly not been found yet. And then a third person steps out. Describe Adelaide for me, Julia.
So she's about 5'6", very thin, but very obviously athletic. She looks like the classical definition of Irish person is that.
Okay.
Is what she looks like. She has flaming red hair with the bright green eyes. Sort of a more juvenile face than you might expect from somebody the same age as as Alana, little small rounded upturned nose. And then probably just in like a plain t-shirt and black jeans for the moment until getting ready for the actual concert.
You see an individual of this description step out,
Okay.
say something that you can't quite register at this
Right.
distance. You know, there's a little bit of a laugh. Pops open what kind of looks probably from this distance like a cigarette case, pulls something out, sticks it on her tongue,
Okay.
and then turns and looks directly at you. And then reaches back and knocks twice on the side of the van. Bus.
I'm always really bad at remembering how this works in New World Darkness, either version. But can I, and if I can, am I close enough for some kind of kenning roll?
In this case, I'll say sure.
Okay.
What is your wits and composure?
My wits and composure combined is 5.
5, okay. And what is your clarity rating?
6.
6, okay. All righty. You would need to spend a willpower point.
Fine. Because that's the next thing that she's been concerned about.
Sure. It's a little on the distant side, but you kind of focus in to try and see, is that something? And you can tell, obviously, these people don't have masks and means or anything like
Right.
that. These are not changelings. Is that something weird that just happened? And then you hear some footsteps off to one side in the probably about 20 or 30 feet away from you.
Okay.
Somebody moving through the woods, very close to your position.
Okay. I put
As
my
she
motorcycle helmet down, or
Okay.
visor down. I did
As
not.
she-
I'm being seen and or figured out who I am, even
Right.
if I'm seen.
She reaches her hands out, this redheaded woman does, and just puts hands on the backs of each of her companions. And they start very slowly, quietly, not like crouched action style or anything, just strolling across the open space towards the tree line. As you hear, "Hey, shitbird, what you doing up there?"
All right, it's time to see how quick I run. I am jumping out of the tree, and I am going to do my best to potentially book it and lose them in this general vicinity.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a dexterity and athletics.
Okay. Let me see. This is where I need to check that freaking tread lightly thing. Because I am jumping out of a tree.
Yeah.
I am activating tread lightly.
Okay. Gotcha. So you can just bounce
So
and
I
go.
can, regardless of distance. I don't even know if I would have taken damage if I'd fall. Actually, how close are the trees?
They're probably, this is like kind of a medium growth forest, so there's not really another tree within leaping range that you
fair
can
enough,
like
fair
grab
enough.
onto and swing down. Yeah, you're gonna have to sort of dismount this one and go.
Okay. So yeah, I'll only take
This
bashing damage from
is
falling
not the
regardless
forest of Disney's
distance.
Tarzan by any stretch. Yeah.
Can walk or run over any solid surface, even if it wouldn't normally support my weight.
Okay, well, with that would let you literally run out a branch and just jump to the next one. Yeah, you can keep
Yes.
that going. Absolutely.
Yes, that's my plan.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just go ahead and
So
roll me.
spend the glamour.
It is weird terrain, so I'm gonna give you a -2.
I do have to activate it first. So let's
Okay.
see. It might not work, and then I'm just running on the ground,
Right.
and we're going to see
Yeah,
how that goes. So it is Dex plus Weird. Not athletics. Get the athletics out of there. All right, three successes.
You activate the shit out of that.
Yep. And let me see. I just want to make sure because there's some, like everything has X thing is an exceptional success on 3. I don't think it's this, but no. Okay. So yeah, I am. So would you say Dex Athletics?
Dex Athletics -2.
-2. All right.
As you're trying to navigate particular branches, because you do still have to follow branches. You can't just
Yeah. No, that's legit.
2 successes.
2
Okay.
successes.
He rolls his pool.
Honestly, I'm mostly curious to see. I mostly want to do this to see how they respond, because if they do oogie things to respond, I might be able to figure things out.
I mean, the one girl zombie walked her friends towards you after signaling somebody else. That was kind of oogie.
But that's not that's not anything obvious, oogie.
Within the realm of human
the obvious oogie is when, so you just take off I am assuming the opposite direction back towards your vehicle through the tree.
Generally, yes, but I'm gonna try and veer away from the
but
motorcycle.
Away from the voice.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. Like you're not trying to double back across the voice's position just in the canopy or anything.
Correct.
Okay, right. So you take several strides through branches, just bouncing lightly on your feet through these limbs that would not otherwise have borne your weight. Which is why it's very odd when somebody in a Deadpool t-shirt and cargo shorts and Tivas steps out from behind one of the other tree trunks at the same height as you, but definitely with his feet like balanced on heavier branches, and pulls a gun out of one of the cargo pockets. Let's not be running off too fast, shitbird.
How close?
He's probably about 12 yards from you right now.
Okay, for me to be able to knock it out. Okay.
I was gonna say treetop fight scene.
I mean, I really kind of want to, but I also don't want to get shot.
Since when? You always want to get shot.
Listen, gunshot wounds make a poor impression. When you're going to you if you're shot in the gut, you can't really mosh well.
It's true. So what is Megan's initial reaction?
See if I've got anything else I can use. Nope, that's not going to help me. That's certainly not going to help me. That's probably not going to help me. This might help me. Not in the immediate, but I'm going to stop there for just the moment.
Okay.
Stare at them fairly intently, and I am going to we'll see how this goes. I am going to use Cupid's Eye.
Okay.
Which is wits plus weird versus the target's or the subject's composure plus weird.
Okay.
I definitely can't activate the catch. And if I succeed, I discern what the subject's desires are.
Okay. Alrighty. He's got a dice pool. Go ahead and roll yours.
Okay. That's 2.
Okay. And he's got you focus in trying to find this individual's nexus of want in this
Right.
situation. Nobody ends up holding a gun up in a tree, facing off with somebody without wanting something.
Right.
And it glances off something.
The fuck?
And he raises his free hand, kind of holding his balance to the glasses that he's wearing. And you see a shimmer go across one lens. Girlfriend, you got some weird code on you.
Fuck.
God damn it!
Mages. Look what you've
So we're
dragged
gonna
your
just
girlfriend
hang
into,
out
Alana.
here.
What?
I can't tell if that's virtual death or just straight up technocracy.
This is objectively better than what Megan thought it likely was.
Kind of leans back a little bit against the bole of the trunk of the tree. You're gonna chill out here for a second, and then we're gonna figure out why an outsider is lurking around our home base. You see that shimmer go back once more.
I'm not saying anything. I'm
Right.
fucking gun.
Go ahead and give me a wits and composure, actually.
Wits, composure. 1.
You do glance down at the gun, which has kind of the profile of a standard semi-automatic, but there's some like inlaid circuit board wiring on the exterior as well that is like nothing you've ever seen before.
Okay. Important question.
Yeah.
If I'm glancing at the gun, is there look? I'm taking any opportunity I can at this point. Is there any indication of a safety? And if so, did he forget to take it off?
And not that you can see.
Okay, fine.
You start to hear more footsteps and several voices coming through. And then the first actually
okay.
Auditorially understandable is, Rat, you up there?
I'm going to look. I don't think this is going to work, but we'll give it a shot. I'm going to look off to like toward the ground a little bit to his right.
Mm-hmm.
And fake like I'm trying to subtly signal to someone, but not quite so subtly that it doesn't get picked up.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a manipulation and subterfuge.
Okay. Could this be expression because it's a form of acting?
Technically, no, because you're actively trying to deceive this person into thinking one thing is happening when it manifestly is not. I'm gonna be a stickler for subterfuge on this one.
Fine. Who needs willpower? The 3 successes.
You make that gesture, And he immediately cheats to one side, the opposite side of the trunk, and levels the gun directly at you. Eyes out for others. But definitely taking a far more defensive posture now.
Well, that wasn't what you were supposed to do. There's just an audible sigh. And hands go up.
Now, Megan's mien and mask are oddly similar.
Correct.
I want you to go ahead and give me a manipulation and subterfuge again with your weird added.
Okay. Nope.
Okay. You can hear the other 3 sets of footsteps coming up. Right? You good up there? Think we got ourselves a fucking Akashic or something?
Okay. No, actually, I was.
You're
Yeah.
whooshing through the trees, woman.
Yeah. No, that tracks. That tracks.
Well, let's get the 2 of you down.
If they think you're an Akashic, I'm just imagining like, oh, that's you think that's a trick? Walk through a hedge door in the trunk and just vanish out of their way.
I haven't even read Anne Rice.
All right. You're going to drop first, and then I'll be right behind you. And my friends at the bottom know what they're doing. So we're all just going to talk here. All right.
Fine.
And he sort of just flicks the barrel of the pistol down, as you can see down below you now. This triangle of people who, if you land in the middle of them, will probably all be about 30 feet apart and probably a good 10, 15 feet from you, all of whom seem to have various things in their hands.
Okay. I'm just going to drop down. I'm just going to step off the branch and drop down because I'll tread lightly.
Okay.
Just boom, boom.
Yep. See, one individual is holding, flicking back and forth. Well, actually, give me wits and composure.
Okay.
2 successes.
That is 2 successes.
Okay. You can see that one of them, the red-haired girl, is currently taking something out of this cigarette case and sticking another blotter paper on her tongue. And her head kind of dips to one side very slightly as she looks at you. The individual with the open button-down shirt is just running his fingers over what looks to be a silver kind of like Celtic cross with a trefoil knot around it as well. But the red-headed girl is the one who speaks first. So what's brought you out here spying at our bus then?
This is awkward. Which? Oh, fuck it. Which one of you is Adelaide?
And there's a name I don't hear tossed around by strangers a whole lot. You know somebody. Go ahead and give me a wits and empathy.
Empathy. 3 successes.
You can tell by the varying maneuvers that people made. Also, the guy with the gun is on the ground. You did not see him climb down the tree.
Okay.
Do changelings count as witnesses?
Nope.
Most supernatural creatures do not count as witnesses.
No, they don't count as witnesses. No.
Yeah.
They can still be vulgar, but
It
it's
can
not,
still be
they're
right.
not
It's
witnesses.
right. It's vulgar, but not witnesses. Yep.
Correct.
None of them expected Adelaide's name to be the one out of your mouth.
Okay.
Well, why don't you pop the helmet off and let's get a look at you?
I mean, I guess there's no way I'm getting out of that at this point, so fine. I'll take it off.
Oh. Rat. This one's not an Akashic.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, that's fucking good news. Should we walk her back to the bus? Keep it outside for now. And you see the guy with the cross pendant kind of steps forward. Oh, yeah, no, you don't. You're not traditional.
I've been called a lot of things during my time, and no way has that ever been one of them. So, fair. Look,
Fascinating.
yeah, that's not creepy at all.
Sorry, we meet a lot of unusual people, and you take more of the cake than normal. I'm sorry about that.
I guess fair enough. Look, I mean no harm. Adelaide and I both know somebody.
Adelaide's kind of tilting her head. You've got 2 faces. And it's not just... She does that thing where somebody like almost reaches out and then thinks better of it and pulls their hand back kind of thing.
All right, I need you to focus here for a moment. Yes, I have very strange things going on. I guess I can join the club.
Meanwhile, the one that they keep calling Rat is circling out around the perimeter of this little triangle around
There's
you.
nobody else here. I was trying to get you to look the other way.
Right, because I'm a complete noob that's never played Call of Duty once before in my life.
Everybody makes dumb decisions.
Like sneaking up on us?
Hi. In my defense, I didn't think that you... Doesn't matter. Anyways.
No. Finish that thought. You didn't think what?
See, that's where this is going to... Look, can we stay on focus on... You asked a question, I'm trying to answer it. And... All right? We both know somebody. And I was simply out here doing some, let's call it solo recon on my own volition, because that person might be running into you soon.
Let's have names.
Can you and I talk?
like we are right now.
Just you and I off a little ways. Everybody else can be in view. I'm not saying we go off to another. I would like to talk.
She wants to take you to a second location. You know what they say about second locations.
Oh my God.
Ease up, rat.
Punch you.
Let's step out into the open. Based on your lungs, I'd say you smoke. Why don't we share one?
Okay, that's also a creepy statement, but sure. Sorry, hold on just
It's all
one
in the
second.
voice. Okay.
Yep.
So while that's happening,
I can't
Yes.
wait for
all
them
of
to see
your all of
Akushim.
your characters have X's in weird situations.
Running theme.
This is legitimately way better than what Megan assumed.
This is a lot better than what Julia assumed.
you guys are all situated, prepared. What is the driving arrangement to get up to Reisterstown?
When Megan texted, did Megan say that she was going to meet us up there or that she'd be back soon?
I said I would be back in time.
So first, I'm texting Megan going, "Where are you?"
There is not a response to
I was
that.
going to say,
Right, so
I'm on the
response.
road on a motorcycle. Even if I wanted to respond to it, I am not pulling out my phone to text. Well, yes.
So does anybody know where Megan was going? Other than the vague text we got.
No.
Do you text this?
No, I assume
Are
we're
we
all
all
like, I
together?
assume we're all
Yeah,
getting together to
everybody's
look around,
at
yeah.
Lark's mansion getting ready
Yeah.
and rigging up and shit.
Because
I've
I had it out. I remember because I did like the last bit of it was like 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This was like several hours beforehand.
learned.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've got some time,
Yes.
but it's still a valid question about,
Oh,
where is
legit.
Megan at this point? And, right, why isn't she back yet? She's been gone like 2
Absolutely.
hours.
I've learned to stop asking questions.
Back in time to Akujin says, in time for us to go.
Megan could literally be anywhere.
Yeah, she said she'll be back in time. I trust her. Otherwise,
I mean, it's
she'd
time.
figure out some way to get a signal to us.
You guys do know that find your friends is a thing.
Could check that.
Is
Fine.
it currently time to go in game?
I
In
left
game,
like
no, not
8
quite.
hours
Oh,
before.
okay.
Yeah,
I
no, it's not.
I headed out at 10 in the morning.
Right, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I asked the question of what the driving arrangement was because I wanted to sort of figure out what the sort of prep setup was going to be.
Okay.
You guys don't have to leave right now.
That's where
but
I was confused
Megan
because the
no
question led me
worries,
to believe we
absolutely.
were about to leave.
Yeah, no, but Megan has been gone for a couple hours. And if those questions started to crop up, I would say that's also kind of narratively justifiable.
I wouldn't ask until it was time to leave, which is why I got confused.
Okay. No worries. But yeah, who is planning on riding with who for when it does become time to depart?
Lark's planning on driving her car. Whoever wants to come is welcome.
I'll be on my bike.
Oh.
I'll be in the car.
Okay. So
Car.
Alana and Liz will be riding with Lark. What's Phage planning?
Paige might as well ride in the car.
Okay.
So one car.
Has Phage talked to her Clavigers and either given them the night off or informed them she's going to be with the Motley so they don't need to? Or
Yeah,
is she just...
she would have basically told them she's going somewhere with the rest of her motley, so no need to tail her specifically for that because she'll have everyone else around
Okay. All right. Cool. Don't have to factor that fantastical little wrinkle into this potential issue.
Small fucking favors at this point.
All right. So Megan,
At
they
this point,
pulled
she is
you.
very
Okay.
she is regularly communicating with her Clavender. She
Yeah,
only
no, I
didn't
figured.
inform them like the first couple of times.
For sure.
She wasn't used to it at the time.
So you guys break back out of the tree line. You're
Yep.
in an kind of open field sort of area. And Adelaide kind of gestures for you to follow.
Yep.
The other three post up at the tree line, so it's effectively we're between you and cover. Otherwise, the bus, the field, there's you and Adelaide.
Right.
And she pulls out a cigarette, lights it, takes a drag, passes it to you.
Yep. So hello, my name is Megan.
You already know me.
Yes.
At Sames.
So your we both know someone named Alana.
Make a roll for her. I haven't heard that name in decades. If it's the one I think you're talking about.
Probably is. I'm not going to get into all the details. It is not my story to tell. But she's been away for a long period of time and she is back. And she is planning.
When did you first meet Alana?
A few months ago. Right when she got back.
Can see her doing a mental calculation.
So she is planning with me and some others like me to stop by your concert tonight. Now that she has gotten settled, she wants to see you. To explain things, I assume.
Why don't you do some explaining then?
There is a lot here that is not mine to tell.
Tell the parts of it that are yours then.
The parts of it that are mine is that I care a lot about this person, and y'all are really suspicious in how little there is about you. I had suspicions, and so I came out to just scope you out.
Keep telling them that negative space is space.
Yep. So clearly things are not what I expected.
That's good news.
No one wishes you any harm. Here's what I propose.
Oh, they're welcome to try.
We don't need to get gleefully malicious teasing here. I get your point.
Look, I
Don't worry.
I don't know which part you might be affiliated with. You might not even know that yourself.
I'm not sure at all what you're talking about. But
Give me
here's what-
either presence
Okay.
and expression or manipulation and subterfuge.
presence expression for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Presence expression 2.
Okay. We'll leave that at that then.
Here's what I suggest. Now, I suggest that we right here right now. Just you go back to your bus. I go back. We will see each other in a few hours. Alana can explain to you what Alana will explain to you. Congratulations, you got a little bit advance note of what probably would have been quite a surprise.
We see her do that head tilt thing again where she's trying to catch both sides of your
Mhm.
appearance.
Oh, wait till she sees Phage.
Oh, wait
Or
till she's
Alana or
Akujin.
Akujin or
Yep.
Lark or Liz.
Megan is the Megan's kind of
Is the
underselling the rest of us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Megan's
no,
the only one.
mine's not too. I mean, you know what I mean. It's still vague, more or less human.
I'll put it to the group.
Okay.
Let me make one roll for her. Damn. If you're what I think you are, promises are binding. That true?
If it is,
Then you'll be making one with me right now.
theoretically, what would that be?
That I'll see you at tonight's performance,
Mm-hmm.
and that you'll make sure, to the best of your knowledge, nobody that intends me or my family any harm will be coming along with you.
There's a moment where Megan's running through everybody in their head. In her head. No.
don't think anyone
no,
wants to hurt
no,
any of them.
No. Probably not. No. Okay.
Who's the
That
probably
was
not?
Liz.
I want to know.
you can
It was
wonder.
Either
Yeah.
Liz or Akujin. Maybe Lark. One of the three.
Butterfly's coming
Those
along
are
too.
definitely those are definitely people that you might think were it. Those are people that you can potentially guess. Sure. All right. If that's the deal, I would like to add one stipulation.
All right?
When your family and we meet up again, this meeting never happened.
She needs to make a wits and empathy for that one. That's the way you care about her.
There's just a stare.
All right.
All right.
Now, how do we finalize this? Do I suck your dick or what?
Yes.
Sure, let's make this even more awkward. I don't. This is the. What do we do? Invest glamour in that, and
For you, everybody spends a willpower.
yeah. Well,
But usually there's some sort of symbolic
but if you don't have
gesture.
any willpower to spend,
You can spend a glamour in
Okay,
its place
fair
if you
enough.
want. Mhm.
Yep.
You shake hands.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually there's a gesture and the, sort of like,
Megan will just take a drag off the cigarette and hand it back.
oh, like that.
Just make sure the Three Stooges take a drag too, because I don't want any of them being like, "Oh, I know you."
Keeping it close to the vest then.
I don't need an argument tonight.
She's going to do another wits and empathy.
Oh, as if you could avoid it.
All right. We'll keep things quiet.
All right.
And she holds up the cigarette and waves for the rest of them.
Yep.
If you want to get out of here, I guess you're
I'm
clear
gone.
all right. We'll see you later. Bye.
Yep. And I am heading back to my bike, and I am speeding back to
Give me a Dex and drive.
I am so excited for this.
I am terrified for this.
Oh, this is the best of all possible situations.
I am looking forward to this so much. This is going to be fun conversations. Like while you're talking,
I get back there in 5 minutes.
I was going to say, you cut traffic and you are back in city limits inside 15, outside the mansion in like 20 tops.
Yep.
Wait, while you're talking
And
to your
that
ex,
is
we're
where
gonna
we're
be
gonna take
talking
a
to
break.
everybody else.
Right. Those that are watching live, please stay tuned for these commercial messages. Remember, when we take our break, you take yours. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're back. A dinosaur
A
story.
dinosaur story.
So Megan.
Yep.
Everybody hears Megan's motorcycle rumble to a halt outside the mansion.
Which means that text was never sent.
There's probably about 2-3 hours before you guys need to head out.
I'm gonna open the door. I'm not doing anything.
Yep, I had it.
Hi.
Hey.
Give me a wits and composure, Megan.
Composure and wits. Nope.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
How are things?
Fine. Nobody died.
Nice change.
How was your search or whatever you were doing?
It was fine. Totally normal. I grin. No, we're just some personal stuff. Are we? What time is it at this point?
You've probably got about
hours.
2 hours before you need to head
Okay.
out. Mhm.
Cool.
Is there any last minute prep you need to do?
I mean, yeah, I need to get ready a bit. Everybody else here already?
Everyone's
Cool.
around?
I'm acting like things are normal because I have no idea that somebody's planning to bring a fucking sword.
I mean, Oxygen is literally standing off to one side with his normal sword carrying case on his back.
Oh, Lark's totally bringing a gun.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Paige
a gun is-
isn't coming with any intent of
Megan's
violence,
gonna
and
be-
she still has her gear on her. Like,
Megan's going to be bringing her gun.
Go ahead and give me a wits and empathy, I'll say, Megan.
Okay. Nope.
Yeah, no, everybody seems very normal.
the thing is,
Sweet.
it's to the best of your knowledge. So if you never become aware of it, it's not a problem.
That's fair.
That is also a fair point. It was specifically said to your knowledge.
There you go. You're absolved of all responsibility. Congratulations.
Lark would like to just pull Megan aside for just a minute.
Yep. Hey, what's up?
Megan's
Like,
got half a Pop-Tart in her mouth or something, right?
Yeah.
Out of earshot of the others. I just want to let you know that Alana is kind of on edge right now. Liz predicted her dying.
Fucking damn it.
Yeah. So I've been doing my best to distract her.
All right.
She's also really nervous about this evening. So just
All right, I'll talk to her.
compliment her, be positive towards her. Distractions are good too.
Can you do me a favor? I don't want, like, I think we're all going into this a little bit nervous, right?
Yes.
Can we lower that? We're going to be in a public place.
Mm-hmm. Like-
Can you talk to people trying just lower the overall temperature a bit? Because I don't want people going in there expecting a fight or something like that. I'm not saying that we go in there dumb, but
Okay, we can't go anywhere nowadays not expecting a fight.
right. But also I don't want going in there and like, okay, the fight we're expecting, that's one thing. The fight that's going to happen if a random person or somebody in this girl's band or somebody does something that I don't know, Bliss decides is a step on the way to death or something like that, and all of a sudden we're hacking people apart and drawing our guns and shit.
I don't think it'll be like that.
I don't think so either, but you can't deny that's a possibility.
Megan did get stabbed in the eye by Liz the other day.
That
Yeah, I
was an
kind of
accident.
don't want that to happen again.
With a pen.
Okay, I think you need to chill.
I'm fine.
You're freaking out worse than the rest of us are.
How loud was that statement of like,
This is quiet. This is off to the side.
okay.
It's gonna be okay. I've already had to reassure Alana. All right, do I have to do this with you too?
No, listen, I'm not worried about what's going to happen with Alana and Adelaide. That's fine. It's gonna whatever needs to happen there is gonna happen.
You're concerned we're gonna murder the rest of the band.
Yes. No, honestly, no, because we're not that kind of fucked up.
Okay, are you concerned about any member of the group in particular? Are you concerned about Liz, Akujin? I'm forgetting people's names.
I don't know if we should go in. No, it's probably fine. I want this to go well, is all. And I don't want in the middle of a heartfelt conversation between the two off to the side, somebody interrogating these guys about that honestly it's a little weird and mysterious. And then that leads to something, and that leads to something else. And the next thing we know, the bar is burning down.
Can Lark roll something to try to read between
It's
the
an
lines
empathy,
here with Megan?
What's an empathy?
Okay.
What do you know?
Meanwhile, because it is legitimately a question Phage would have asked regardless if she had clocked it. Phage will just ask Akujin, you bringing that sword around because you bring it everywhere, or are you expecting something big?
I bring it everywhere because I'm always expecting something.
That is the most accurate answer that can Congratulations.
You're expecting something, or you're just doing it to do it? I'm
Look,
doing it to do it because I'm always expecting something. That's perfect. Yeah.
Twice now I've been just around the corner when one of them has popped in, grabbed somebody, and popped out. Literally anywhere we go, shit could happen.
And I am sick of being 6 feet out of reach
Exactly,
every single
right,
time.
That's okay, because this time you will be 12 feet out of reach with a 6-foot sword.
I mean, maybe, but it's going to be a hell of a thing in the middle of a fucking concert.
They attacked you in the middle of traffic.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, there wasn't a lot of traffic there at the time.
It was still in the middle of the road. Like,
in fact, there was one car less traffic by the time that they started having their encounter.
That entire thing happened on an empty street. There were no witnesses.
I recall people running screaming. Am I misremembering that?
You absolutely are.
Okay, cool.
It was an empty street. Yeah.
When Phage and Paige got confronted, yeah, it was an empty street. Now, there was running and screaming when the first person you know of got took, because you were the one who incited them to be running and screaming.
That's also fair, yeah.
Right.
That's why
What we're saying is the call is coming from inside the house.
We also actively fought. We also actively fought with Liss's mirror doppelganger in the middle of a crowded area.
There were people running and screaming on that one.
Yeah, that was something fucking weird and kind of unique. Let's not assume.
Again,
gestures at the motley.
Yeah, that also wasn't a Fae thing. It was something else.
You don't know.
Gestures.
No, we've had this conversation.
Gestures at the motley. Look. Ever since every single one of us got back, almost every other day, something happens that I need my sword for.
Yeah, I get it. I'm not
So
saying
I
don't
carried
bring your sword.
everywhere.
I'm just saying don't go in there with a target already.
I only have targets that have already presented themselves.
That's not a fucking answer.
Yeah, and what are those?
Queen of Ogion. Anything else that comes out of a door made by the Queen of Ogion.
Fair, fair.
Anyone that seems like they might be working for the Queen of Ogion.
Fair.
Oh, that's not a red. That's not a red sign for you. Anyone at all?
And-
who we... Sorry.
Well, to be
Anybody
fair, she
who
hasn't
feels
clarified that
wrong.
one yet.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
anyone that feels like they're probably a headhunter.
I mean, those last two you probably need a little bit more than just feel.
Eh.
No, really, let's not go killing mundanes because you thought they might.
I've never killed a mundane because I thought they might.
Killed a mundane because they definitely might have.
Killed because they were trying to.
Ah,
My point being,
So-
let's not go off half cocked when our girl's trying to have a conversation with someone she cares about.
I know.
All right.
So Megan, you break
Yeah.
off from your conversation with Lark. You come around the
well,
corner.
no. So
Oh, that
No,
was
you-
3
there was an empathy
successes.
roll.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
We were still in conversation.
You guys are
There was-
still
Yeah.
in the midst of it. Yep.
What are you looking for?
She feels like Megan is not telling her something.
Megan
There
is definitely not
There
telling her.
is
I don't think. Well, okay. For fun, I will roll manipulation and subterfuge.
she knows there is a reason to this. There is something more there.
Yeah. No, she is definitely not saying something.
Megan.
What?
Where were you earlier?
Let's go outside.
I was afraid of that.
No. Shut up. Let's go outside.
She's walking. She's walking outside.
If we start assuming anything, let's go outside.
Bye.
Oh, she's done assuming at this point.
Oh, we're leaving already?
You two go out in the backyard.
Yep.
No, they're not going out the front.
Okay,
they're
okay,
not going out the garage. They're going out the backyard.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Because that's where you go when you have to have a conversation outside that doesn't look like you're leaving the fucking house.
Right.
Excellent. Never mind then.
There you go.
Megan and Lark, wits and composure.
Uh-oh.
This is when they notice that in addition to the sword, Akushin also has his shotgun on his hip.
One success.
Which might be a
Nope,
little
I
excessive.
used all of my successes previously, and we
You
are
have
done
rolled
with
nothing
successes.
for so long.
So you guys step out into the back. Lark, you just happen to glance up, and standing in a second-story window, perfectly framed by
Oh God.
the rim, is Butterfly, who is pointing at Megan with this expression on her face.
J'accuse.
That's the invasion of the body snatchers point. That's
Yes.
not a
Oh
Jacques.
my goodness.
And then she scratches her nose with the barrel of her scorpion machine pistol.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's another thing Akujin missed. When they went to the Goblin Market, Butterfly got a lollipop for
God.
half of her hair, and then she got a scorpion Czechoslovakian machine pistol for the other half of her hair. She's got like the undercut thing going real hard with sort of like the wolf tail. Yeah.
Good choice. Good choice.
My girlfriend.
And she has an automatic weapon now.
I mean, hey, yeah. It's a good automatic weapon to have.
All right, Megan. What did you do?
I can't say. I'm not kidding. I literally can't say.
I got that. Did you do? I'm just gonna dance around this. Did you do something stupid?
No.
Okay, so you did something stupid.
Okay. Fuck you. No, I didn't.
No, thanks. You're not my time. Hmm.
There
Did
is nothing to be worried about. I can say that with complete 100% honesty.
Did
I-
you do something? Did you do something that requires you to? I don't know how to ask this.
As a pledge.
Yes. Did you do something requiring a pledge?
Yeah.
Did it involve another changeling?
No. Megan didn't think of that, so
Okay, fair enough.
wouldn't have even thought about that aspect of she is thinking in terms of who was included in the deal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's perfectly fine. Yeah.
That's where her mind went with that. So no.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, that's one of the great things about the Fae and Changelings. Some of these questions can be very easily, honestly answered, both yes and no, depending on how you interpret it.
Here's what I can say.
Okay.
It would be very good if over the next 24 hours, planned situations did not have the intent of harm going into them.
Who in our group are you concerned about? Because I'm not going to harm anyone. I doubt Alana's going to.
And everybody
Paige.
else might.
The only ones that I would really be concerned about would be Liz and Akajin.
Here's potentially yes.
And the girl with the Czechoslovakian machine.
And
and Butterfly, yeah. You have to be on top.
I don't know how many times I can like lampshade that fact before.
Yeah,
you hear the distinct rack of a Scorpion submachine pistol.
We're
Sorry,
gonna have to
Scorpion
get
machine
like
pistol.
a child leash for Butterfly or something.
I don't think I think that you are mostly accurate. I'm waiting for Fate to snap. Because it's gonna happen.
Phage.
If it's not, if it's not gonna happen, then I would be concerned.
Things are rough, but Phage is more stable than you think she is.
All right. Fair enough.
She's not the one I would be concerned about. I'll keep an eye on individuals.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Everything is fine.
A sentence that is
as far as this situation that we are going into, I can say I believe sincerely, based on no evidence that I'm willing to talk about, that things are fine and we don't have any cause to be concerned there.
All right. Get in there and go support your girlfriend.
That's the plan.
All right. Let's go back in.
Yep.
Okay. So, what if anything else needs to happen before you guys head out to this concert?
I'm going to find Alana.
Okay.
Paige is having a pre-concert snack because she should never be at a concert on an empty stomach.
Okay.
I mean, fair.
I'm gonna go ask Butterfly to show me her machine pistol. Out of professional curiosity.
Out of professional curiosity, of course.
Yeah.
Just because like Phage going to a concert on an empty stomach is puts people at risk of being eaten.
Yes. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, basically.
Amazing.
I think Alana's actually in the kitchen with Phage.
Yeah.
Just like
Okay.
death gripping a glass of whiskey and like a cookie in the other hand.
Whiskey and hors d'oeuvres.
You can actually sip that sip and drink, Alana. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, sure, everything's gonna be fine.
Megan comes in and sort of wraps around Alana. Hey,
Hi. Um, hi.
take a breath. Now actually take a breath.
I'm okay.
You're fine.
I'm fine.
It's going to be okay. We will make it so.
Lark told you, didn't she? About
I don't know
this?
what you're talking about.
Okay.
It's going to be okay.
All right.
What do you need?
It to be 6 o'clock.
Sip your whiskey, it'll get there faster.
It'll get here faster if I chug
She's
it.
not wrong.
It'll get there faster if it gets into you rather than sitting in that glass all night.
Begins to drink.
There you go. All right. Well, I'm going to get ready. I will be right back.
Okay.
Just relax.
It's just a concert. It's just a person.
It's just a girl.
I mean, it's more than that. And it's okay to say that it is. Okay? Just realize it isn't more than. It's not more to the point that is scaring you. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
Honestly, if any part of you is excited, you might let that one in.
A little bit. I'm a little bit excited, I would say.
Un
You're gonna have a
poquito
fun
escudo.
time. This is what you wanted to do. Enjoy it.
Okay. Akujin, give me a wits and firearms as you go talk guns with Butterfly.
One success.
You notice the weapon she has, go over and take a professional interest, ask her some questions about it. She willingly hands it over, like if you want to take a look. As soon as you touch it, you realize this thing is a token. This is a magical firearm.
Can I tell
Anyway,
can I tell what it does?
you would need a lot more time with
Okay,
it
yeah.
to figure out. But yeah, no, if you
Mhm.
yeah, she's got a magic gun.
This is a very good gun.
It's mine, and it only cost part of a rainbow.
Which part?
The outside.
Measuring from
She
which
kind of
side?
gestures at one side of her head,
Oh, okay.
which you can see has
Yeah.
been very poorly shaved off.
Yeah, yeah.
Very uneven length, kind of patchy.
He'll just look it over, weigh it, hand it back.
And
Make
it's
sure-
gonna do good music tonight.
Could I have made sure that the safety was on if it has a safety?
It does have a safety. Yes, and it is on.
Good. All right, cool.
You're not entirely sure she knows how to turn it off.
That's fine. Well, let's make sure it only makes music when we need it to.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Exactly.
The most skilled changeling hit woman in all of the land.
Definitely the most surprising changeling hit woman. Very few people would expect that, I think, of Butterfly.
The encounter with Fakeless really changed her. She's like, I am not going into battle with just a pair of scissors ever again.
Excuse you, she had a kukri.
Yeah.
But, all right. Eventually, the time comes, people load into vehicles, and you head up to Reisterstown.
2 motorcycles and a car.
Yep. Like a presidential security detail for the least known president in the country.
We have a queen with us.
Yeah. Look, you always got to have a main vehicle and 2 motorcycles, one on each side in front.
Yep.
That's how this goes. All right. You head up the highway, find the venue. It's this sort of single-story music performance space. There's a number of people lining up. Tickets are being sold at the door, and you can have pre-ordered them, which I think we established Lark had. So you guys step up, file in. There's that antsy bit of excitement, of anticipation, people looking forward to a performance for something. Honestly, a fairly decent attendance, considering that this is a sort of out of schedule, last minute appearance because a number of their other appointments apparently fell through. But you would say the house is probably at least 3/4 full as people start to file in. There's a bar off to the side as you enter in, place for like coats and stuff,
Oh, look,
and
just found his
outerwear,
place to
which
sit.
is hey, there you go. And then the main venue stage and floor set, and you can see the instruments have been set up, the drum kit and everything, guitars are out and whatnot. Most of the people here are either in just basic street clothes or leaning towards the goth metal aesthetic. And eventually, where do you guys position yourselves in this performance space?
At the bar.
Okay,
Wherever
so you're
Alana
off to the
is.
side.
Also, wherever nearby Alana, but still giving her enough space.
I think Alana's probably going to be pretty close to the stage.
Okay.
Paige was thinking somewhere close to the stage anyway, just because she takes up a lot of room. So probably near there as well.
All right.
How
Excellent.
packed is it?
The space itself is probably about 50 by 80 or so, and it's mostly just open floor. There's a few tables lined up with sort of those higher chairs by the bar, little bar rounds. And that's kind of up a half level, but pretty much all of the people who are just here to see or watch the music it's just going to be standing on the main floor, main floor area. There's no theater seating or anything like that in the back.
So then Alana will probably try to be, once rows of people start to actually form, we'll probably try to be 2 to 3 rows back. She doesn't want to be up front and center unless she desperately thinks she's not being seen.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Let me make a couple rolls for people then.
I did. For what it's worth, assuming there is security, I did leave the shotgun on my bike.
Okay.
And the case is piece bonded, so it's not like it's not
okay.
Visibly doesn't look like it can open.
You're just carrying a big weird bag for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm toward the side opposite of Akujin.
Okay.
Phage will be like just briefly behind Alana, acting as a mosh break in case anything like gets
loose.
And I'm ordering El Diablos until they run out of tequila.
Okay. How many dots of resources do you have?
3.
They're not going to run out of tequila anytime soon.
Good.
And after the ambient news drops, the ambient noise drops as the sort of backing sound track that they're playing currently at a slightly lower volume, band members come out on stage. There's 4 primary performers. Megan, you recognize 3 of them. Rat is on
Everybody but
keys,
Rat?
and
Okay.
no, Rat's out there. He's on keys. No, and there's another woman that you don't quite recognize, because it was those 2, and yeah, and it's a standard setup of bass, guitar, drums, keys, kind of thing. But they start to play. The songs are all very, the world is shit, transcend it. Lots of pseudo-religious metaphor. Lots
Pills of
of
ecstasy.
fuck the people
Oh,
who
yeah,
think that they're
yes,
in
very
control.
much so.
Right. Fuck the people who think they're in control. You define your own fate. The world is what you make of it. The world responds to the effort and will that you put into it. We will make the world we want to see, with plenty of sort of folkloric word pictures and imagery built in with the lyrics. And it's this driving metal rock beat that just pushes hard energy from the jump and does not abate until the conclusion of the first set. Go ahead and give me wits and empathy for
sample
everybody.
some of this hype?
Oh, I am 100%.
Yeah, I'm
If possible.
gonna try to harvest some glamour while I'm also watching.
Okay.
What's the wits
So-
and empathy?
Wits and empathy for anybody who's just trying to get a vibe of the performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, actually, I don't think. Let me rephrase that. I don't think she would, because I think she assumes other people are going to, and we probably don't want to have everybody. Yeah. What?
One
All
wits
right.
and empathy.
Lark and Liss.
Damn, Lark.
As the performances go, the first one is just music. The second one is where a backing dance line comes out. It's a weird sort of Irish step punk mosh fusion, just absolute frenetic dance. And both of you are able to pick up something about that puts another layer. Something about the choreography and the marriage of motion with sound. There is a supernatural effect. Low level, nothing that's going to like blow the doors off or anything. But because of the movement that is happening in concert with this song and performance, there's magic happening in this room. It's unfamiliar. It does not make sense, does not mesh with any type of magic you've ever seen or used yourself, though. You can tell that much from it.
Don't like that.
I probably
Those of you that are trying to
Yeah.
harvest glamour, you have to be the inciter of the emotion. So since you guys aren't up on stage, there are heightened emotions here. You'll have to do something directly interactive in order to get that off of somebody. If you want to, it is absolutely free reign. You don't see any other changelings in here that might be contesting this harvest space.
would doing that prevent me from having rolled that wits and empathy, because that's
No.
I held on. Okay, then I will do that real quick just in case there was anything.
Yeah, I think I might accidentally spill a drink on
3 if
someone.
that matters.
Okay.
And like
Give
just,
me
just
a
try to grab frustration.
As long as it's not a band member, I don't give a shit.
They're up
Give
on
me
stage.
Give me a manipulation, and I'm going to say intimidation on this one.
Good.
Phage, you can tell that there's something odd going on. You can't grab onto it with the same comprehension that Liss and Lark are having.
Does
though.
my because I am wearing my biker leathers, does my Paragon specialization and intimidation apply?
Yeah.
And on Phage's end, I think Phage is just going to try and
3 successes.
3 glamour.
Since indulgence is her whole thing anyway, she's gonna try and push the crowd a little bit more into the performance if she can. She's acting as a mosh.
You're
pit,
hyping
so
up the mosh pit.
basically, yeah. She's acting as a mosh
Starting
pit, so
the
none of
mosh
it gets
pit.
into Alana, but she is actively trying to help hype the mosh up.
Oh, okay. Give me a manipulation and socialize. This is a social situation.
I'm assuming bar doesn't apply, even though there is a bar.
Not in this case, because you're not doing the bar thing.
Yeah. 2.
2 glamour for Phage.
Hey.
Anybody else participating with stuff?
Not harvesting glamour.
Not
but-
harvesting, no.
Okay.
No, I want to be rolling for Alana's dancing in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, Megan is fully like just into the performance.
At 2 weird, your max is 10, right?
11.
11?
11.
Okay, so I'm 1 below max. That's fine.
Okay. There you go. Yeah. Anybody who's dancing, go ahead and either presence or dexterity and expression. If you
Akujen,
got a specialization there, throw down.
outside of
I would
harvesting some
like-
frustration, also, Akujen is just keeping an eye on the band. He's looking
Okay.
for any sign that they are about to open the door to the hedge or something weird's about to happen as far as fable shit.
Mm-hmm. Give me a wits and composure for Akujen then.
I wanted to ask, can I tell the source of this strange magic at all?
Give me a wits and occult.
I'm going to spend a willpower on this because he's really focused.
Okay. So I think with the 1-4 split, Megan, you're forming a foundation for your girlfriend.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. You are the pole upon which
Yep.
Alana is dancing. Yep, absolutely.
So I'd like to activate a contract here.
Okay. Lark,
I'd like-
you are just dancing all by your own and doing a bang up fucking job of it.
I would like to hum along and use songs of distant Arcadia.
Interesting. Okay. Nope, I
So-
closed all my rule books.
So that is
Such a good
expression and presence. Presence and expression. Okay. Why not? We'll sink a willpower into this.
By all means.
I mean, I don't need it, right? 5 successes.
God,
On an exceptional success.
Jesus Christ.
Feel that vainglory.
2 glamour, yada, yada, yada. You,
Automatic successes equal to weird on
Yep,
next
on
expression
your
or
next
persuasion.
expression and persuasion roll. So, for the next scene, there is something about the music that you hum along that sends a ripple out over the crowd. Alana. Akujen with 3 successes as you're watching the band. All of them have clocked you 7 individually in the crowd. Not in the sort of, I can see out over the crowd and, oh, there's a person there, there's a person there. Every member of the band that's on stage, none of the dancers, but all members of the band that are on stage have registered Alana, Megan, Liss, Butterfly, Lark, Phage, you at the bar. You are observed, noted, and recognized. And then Alana starts murmuring something under her breath. and somehow the faint hum of a single unamplified dancer in the crowd pervades the room and blends in with the music that's happening on stage. And there is a swirl of magic, more felt and definitely not perceived by any of the mundanes in the room. Except for two people in the back. Dark-skinned girl with cornrows, who's just kind of bobbing her head along a little bit, and then suddenly her eyes flash, and she takes a step back and sort of stumbles into the back of the back wall. Go ahead and give me a... Akajin, you're the only one who's really in a position to see this since you're scanning. Go ahead and give me another wits and composure. No willpower on this one. This one's reflect. This is like an instant reactive.
Yeah.
And then chain guns pop out of her back.
3 successes.
And vanishes through the wall. The other one is a young man, probably no more than 22 at the most, who is just kind of bouncing his head and kind of keeping up with the music, not to the point where he's in the mosh pit or anything. And you would see him occasionally kind of like move like he's gonna go try and join, but bodies clash inside or something, and he just can't quite get up there. But you can tell that sort of vibe of would like to be participating probably more than he is. And as Alana's contribution of magic blends with whatever's happening here on stage, suddenly with preternatural dexterity and grace and the ability to just move his body with a weird amount of proprioception, he has twisted himself, contorted around several other members of the crowd, and is right behind Phage, just having the time of his fucking life, dancing well in advance of any skill or ability or even social inclination. His inhibitions have dropped wildly, and his innate physical attributes have obviously been amped up to a previously unknown degree.
You triggered a mask event.
I'm heading over to the wall where the person, if I can get to it, the wall where that person disappeared, and trying to see if that wall is real, if
it's a solid wall. Yep.
Can I get any, is there any sort of ambient feeling of what just happened?
Other than just what you saw?
Yeah.
Whatever happened is over. And all you've got is what's happening in the room right now. Alana, you can go ahead and roll me that whatever your dexterity and expression for your dance is, with an extra weird number of successes just tacked on.
Okay, I have a specialty in dance for this, so
You get like 12 successes or something like that.
As well as
Well, what's your
usual
weird?
bonus dice?
4 successes.
4
So
successes?
6 successes.
So
Because
total of 6. Yep.
Yes.
Absolute exceptional success. And then on every other expression or persuasion roll for the next scene, you'll also add the number of bonus dice equal to your weird as well.
From the wall where that person disappeared, I look back to the band, and I want to see if any of them are reacting to what I saw, even if they're not acting on it. If any of them are have looked over at this spot multiple times, if there's any sort of the kind of sublingual messaging that our motley does. I'm trying to see if there's anything like that going on.
Go ahead and give me another wits and empathy. You can spend willpower if you want to.
That was fucking weird.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if this was intentional or if that wasn't intentional on their part.
Okay.
Did my occult roll get me anything? I had 3 successes.
This magic is powered by something that is not emotion. All changeling magic is ultimately comes back to glamour, which is emotion that you've harvested off of mortals and used to power supernatural contracts. This operates with an entirely different rule set and fuel source. With 3 successes, you can tell there is some other network of supernatural capacity operating in this room that is by no means related to the magic of a changeling or the magic of the true fae.
Does
This is
it
something
feel
else entirely.
dangerous?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to try and shut it down. I don't know.
Okay. Oxygen with 3 successes on that. You know how when something cool happens in the audience and the band gets into it and sort of has that moment on stage of really amping up their performance, kind of in response to just, we saw something, this is good, everything's going the way it should kind of thing?
Yeah.
That's the vibe you're getting off of Green Groves right now. Whatever is happening with that guy dancing behind Phage, whatever's happening with that girl going through the wall, that is what they are here for and about. They have got their job fucking done. We did it, fuckers.
That's bad news for Megan.
Yeah.
Uh,
One
What
person went
is
through a wall, one other
Liz
person
trying
was
to do?
dancing.
I have Unmaker's destructive gaze. If I have a minute, I can destroy any piece of equipment. I would like to take out the speakers.
You can take out a speaker.
A speaker. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, a speaker.
Okay. Go ahead. Let me see here.
If I have the opportunity to touch and examine it for a minute, I don't have to. That meets the catch.
You can try and get up actually to the speaker and get a hand on it.
Yep.
The speaker's
you
on
can
stage
see-
with them, isn't it?
Huh?
The speaker's on stage with them, isn't
Yeah.
it?
So
Yeah.
you're going to have to try and get past some security, but you can do
Okay.
so if you'd like.
Sure, yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me a dexterity and stealth -3.
Okay.
And thus, Liz was the problem.
Listen. Do I want to use
this isn't the only problem because Akujin has no idea what's going on other than one person just got kidnapped magically and another person
Yeah.
is being contorted beyond their
is
normal
bad.
means magically.
Okay, to clarify, my understanding is they stepped through a wall. They didn't get sucked into the wall.
Yeah, no, it was like she reached back to catch herself on the wall
And then-
just fell through it.
Yeah,
Right.
You
which
do
to
know
Akujin's
that-
mind looked
yeah,
like she
now,
just got
Akujin-
kidnapped.
Akujin would be able to tell, yeah, nobody pulled her through the wall. It was more like she stumbled backwards
Yeah.
and what would have been a physical
The
obstruction
wall just
wasn't
wasn't there.
Right. Excuse me. You can also tell, obviously, hedge did not open.
Yeah,
know,
no,
that
he
sort of
doesn't know
thing. So-
how. That's the
Right.
confusion part.
Okay, here we go.
So, dex stealth, you need to get at least 3 successes on this based on how they rolled.
But yeah,
Okay.
that person fell backwards against wall.
I'm gonna
and
spend
wasn't there
willpower.
anymore.
Sure.
Check outside.
3 successes.
There you go. All right. So yeah, you're waiting for the guards to sort of the security to look a different direction, and manage to find a slightly shadowy spot, and zip, you are
Touch.
backstage.
Yep.
Now you
Oh,
have to
hold
be
on.
touching that.
You're
for a
not
minute
the
to fill
only
the
one
count.
Okay.
backstage.
Yeah.
And you have to take a whole minute for it. Which means doodly-doo.
No, none of this so far is a problem.
So you go
I
over,
make no promises regarding what happens to the equipment.
you start to examine this speaker, and you feel the tap of a finger on your shoulder. Something we can help you with there.
No.
Get away from equipment.
She's ignoring it.
Okay. You suddenly become aware of the fact that your fingers, as you're going through trying to look at the connections and stuff, you were about 30 seconds into it. You suddenly find yourself that you have examined the same juncture 6, 7, 8 times, and no time has actually passed. You are stuck in about a split-second loop.
Mm.
Step back, Nye, and I'll turn it right off.
I step back.
Time reverts. Let's turn around and have a look at you. You're probably one of the friends that is out in the crowd there, the ones that stand out a bit, aren't you?
I'm gonna turn and look at this person.
Flame red hair, pale skin, green eyes,
I saw a
dressed in
picture.
dark clothes. If you've seen a picture of Adelaide,
This is Adelaide.
yep.
What are you doing?
Waking folks up. What are you doing?
Stopping you.
No, you're not.
Hang on. Give me a sec. I'm looking at my character sheet. I've got some fruit. I've got a gun.
Please don't go for the gun.
Liz has a gun.
Let's just
Got a whole bunch of weird things.
making it
Let's
worse than
see
just
here.
sounds.
What does that do?
The last song crashes to a halt. And Phage, you feel a hand on the back of you as a guy who was frenetically dancing sort of crashes to a more stable physical status. Oh, sorry there.
hang
Woo!
on.
Oh, fucking love this man.
I bet.
And then he's kind of looking around like, wait, where the fuck am I? Right. Get back in the crowd now. I've got an appointment out on the sidewalk.
Has Phage noticed that Liz
To
is
Liz.
missing?
Huh?
Has Phage noticed that Liz is missing? Because she is.
You can give me a wits and
trying to keep it
composure.
alive?
3 or better, you do.
Wits composure. No, not yet.
Nope. Yeah, you haven't clocked that yet.
This is easy to miss.
This is very easy to miss.
Yeah, she's small. I'm going to. Yeah, let's burn through it. I'm going to use glamour to activate the contract.
Okay.
Instantly.
All right. Let me look up the rules on that.
Yes, on page 136.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me. So spend the 2 glamour.
Yep.
Presence and weird.
Okay.
I will say you are at a -3 for this one for reasons.
Okay. Can I use willpower on this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Okay. So just roll it flat then.
Yep. Oops, not dexterity. That one's still checked. Okay. A success.
1 success. All right. There's a faint sparking, and that amp goes dead. She was able to delay you in time for the song to conclude as the dancers sort of start filing back. She just kind of cocks her head a little bit. You hear swearing out on stage, and the keyboardist comes over. Son of a... Pulls out a thing with electronic clamps on readers, effectively, like a voltage measurer.
I'm
Clamps
trying to
it
run
onto a
toward
couple-
the other one at this point.
Oh, okay. A guard punches you in the face. What is your defense?
My defense is 3.
Okay. So he's only gonna have 4 dice on this. Yeah, he just tries to do a flying tackle and slams you. You crash into the stage with a about 200-pound man on top of you. As he establishes a grapple to start with.
Okay.
And you hear a heavy sigh. Get her back out. You are lifted bodily.
I'm-
And starting to be dragged away.
Okay, I'm trying to get out of this. I'm gonna
Okay.
spend glamour for nimble.
Let me pull up my grapple rules because I can never remember them.
I'm trying to make my way to Phage at some point as well.
Okay. Yeah, no, there's a little bit of an intermission here as people are like, oh, yep, a little bit of commitment thing. Sit tight, everybody.
Yep.
So you can get up to Phage.
Yeah, I'm leaning over and just inner ear. The band has clocked all of us. The band only, not the dancers.
Something weird about him.
Us specifically.
Yeah. You saying
And-
that? There's something weird about him.
Yeah. Also, someone just vanished into a wall at the back of the hall in the middle of that song.
You check the other
Right.
side of the
To
wall.
escape a grapple list, you need to roll strength and brawl -3.
Damn it.
No.
Okay.
Not gonna go outside while weird shit's happening inside.
So that's a chance die.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a chance die.
Oh, I'm spending willpower, yeah.
You can't spend willpower on a chance die.
Okay, never mind.
0 is 0.
Nope.
But it is not a dramatic failure.
Not
So
quite.
congratulations there. All righty.
That's a struggle.
Yeah, you are just the rest of you see a security drag Liz out and push her out the exit.
Phage
Jeez.
puts hand on head and sighs at the same time that Megan does, I think.
Lark is running over there going, I'm sorry, Megan, I'm sorry. And
Fine.
she runs over to Liz.
It's fine.
Liz,
Phage looks over at Akujin and says, let's not start more shit.
I don't like that look.
Liz, you
That-
are unceremoniously ejected from a
bloody
bar.
brawl in the middle of a bunch of
Okay.
civilians.
Legitimately, son, that was the best fucking reaction.
How loud were your apologies to Megan, Lark?
It was more of a like she sees it and I'm sorry, Megan, I'm so sorry, as she's like running off.
Yeah.
Akshay isn't saying anything. He's just giving you a look that says, what in the history of you knowing me makes you think that I'm going to be the one that does the stupid thing first? Because Akshay doesn't do this.
Everything.
Akshay doesn't do the stupid thing first.
Somewhere there's a ghost that says you killed me first, fucker.
Phage is walking over to help with Liz.
It sounds like Liz got ejected
Okay.
out of the building.
Oh yeah, no, Liz is on the sidewalk right now.
Yeah.
And immediately is going to be circling around the building trying to find another way in.
Okay.
Oh, Liz.
Go ahead and give me a wits and composure -2.
Okay. Oops. Change it off.
I was gonna say,
chance.
not a chance die anymore.
Yeah. Give me a sec.
Oh, what's your clarity rating right now again?
5.
5. Let me check one thing there.
Mhm. Should I still roll?
Not
Just-
yet. Just
Okay.
1 second. Bada-bada-bum. Clarity, clarity, clarity. Okay. Okay. You're at clarity 5, so you already have a -1 to this. So you'd be technically rolling it at -3.
-3. Okay.
Yeah. When your clarity is 5 or 6, you take a -1 to all perception rolls.
Got it. Okay.
And we don't always remember that.
No, we don't. Remember this time. All right.
Yep.
We got 2 die. Let's see.
All right. Come on.
Nope.
All right. So you are looking for another way in. You
Mhm.
scoot past a couple people going around a corner as somebody grabs your arm and just whips you back around and shoves you the other way. Sorry, love. As
to
the
be clear-
woman with red hair is there talking, who was like apparently in the middle of a conversation with a dark-skinned girl with cornrows, and just sort of saw you coming around the edge and was like, "Yep, you're trying to get back in. Nope, check you back out."
Yeah, to be clear, Phage was still going to like after Liz.
Yes,
mhm,
so is
yep.
Lark.
I don't
All
know
right.
where.
So the two of you, wits and composure for both of you as you head outside. Meanwhile, Megan and Alana, you're the only two left on the main floor while the band is taking a little bit of a break, apparently. What are you up to?
Just composure. I somehow got
I'm
3
also
dice
there.
out of it. Hang on a minute.
Oh, you're down on the floor out of the bar now? I thought you were just talking to Phage as she went past.
Oh no, I went up to Phage to tell her. Well,
Okay, gotcha.
then,
All right.
yeah.
So the three of you then,
Okay, so
down on the dance floor right now.
4 successes.
4 successes.
2 successes.
Okay. Yeah, both of you see Liz sort of starting to duck around a corner and then just get grabbed and spun around by this woman with flaming red hair who's talking to this other person on the street who seems to be very stressed, and she's trying to calm them down.
Phage will walk over and just sort of put a comforting but steadying hand on Liz's shoulder.
No. No.
Nope. Lark is over there and puts an arm around Liz.
No. She's not
Yes.
gonna wanna let that happen. I'm sorry.
Liz.
They're
Strength
doing
and
something.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious.
Liz, everything and everyone.
No one's gotten hurt.
Yes.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, so are we.
Right, Michelle. Well,
Yeah.
this is happening. Why don't you step over here with me? And she sort of takes the girl off to one side and is just like, yeah, space for that.
Liz is watching them. She's not.
Oh, they're going
Just-
out of sight and around a corner, like down the alleyway a little bit.
I want to stay within eyesight of them.
You're with 2 friends. That's up to you and them.
Liz is very clearly focused on trying to keep a bead on.
How far around the corner, roughly, can I tell? Are they going
About like
over?
10, 15 feet, just trying to get extant space effectively.
I will let Liz.
They're
get
trying
to
to have a private conversation.
I will let
more or less.
Liz get to the corner, but not like around the corner.
Yes. Same here.
Okay.
They're doing something. It's
Yeah.
some sort of magic. I can't tell what it does.
We do stuff all the time.
And I know what that is. This isn't any of our kind of magic.
Yeah, we're learning there's a lot out there right now, aren't we?
Why aren't you freaking out about this?
Because freaking out's only going to cause problems.
And there's nothing we can do about it right now.
Yes, there is. She
No.
did something to me when I tried to break the speaker. I've got one of them. I need to get in and get the other one.
You can hear
Ooh.
the music starting to kick back up
Yeah,
from the outside.
They've already fixed it. You
Yeah,
don't
Then
need
there's
to,
3 of you
don't need to be
inside.
starting a fight.
Back to the
Yeah.
3 inside. What
Yep.
are you guys doing?
That depends on what Alana's doing.
Okay.
Um,
Give me a wits and composure for Alana, actually,
okay.
because you would have seen this.
Ah, right. Okay. Exposure. Sweat. One success.
For the briefest moment, you saw Adelaide walk across the stage and head backstage again.
You wanna?
What? Sorry.
Did I notice this? Did I notice this?
You can give me a wits and composure too. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking for the guy that was dancing. I'm not trying to get
Oh
to
yeah,
him.
he's
I'm trying
he's
to
still there.
lay eyes on him and sort of just see how he's behaving. If he seems otherwise like affected, like otherwise damaged or anything by what happened to him.
He seems very interested in the current state of his own body.
He's drugged.
So yeah, she'll look at him for a second, determine that he hasn't been seriously hurt, at least doesn't look like it, and then look back towards keeping an eye on Megan and Alana.
So with one success, I assume I noticed as well.
Yeah, you see Adelaide having crossed the stage and headed somewhere, obviously with like intent. This is not like, oh, okay, wandering through, but like she is on mission.
You want to go say hi?
Yeah.
Let's go say hi.
Okay. Are you guys trying to get backstage and out the back, or are you going out the front to see if you can get around into the back from the outside?
I am going to activate Mask of Superiority
Okay.
That's my girl.
to whoever the bouncer is to keep us from going backstage.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are supposed to be here. Here's my psychic paper.
I'm gonna follow.
That's what that contract is. It's
Yeah.
psychic paper.
All right. So,
Two in
do
one
you
night.
meet the catch? Are you pretending to be a socialite or similar celebrity whose fame comes from high
Yes,
standing
because
recognition
I am
low?
a celebrity.
Okay.
I'm following. I'm following
Go ahead
them.
and just roll weird and intimidation -3. You can spend
Weird.
willpower if you want.
Is this separate from the activation roll?
No,
The
this is just the
activation roll.
activation roll. Yeah.
Weird intimidation minus their resolve, which is a
Yeah, minus their
Oh,
resolve. There was-
minus resolve.
right.
That's I had put it in the roll 20 sheet, but there's no way to make it minus. So
right.
resolve, and then
No worries.
weird and intimidation -2. Come on.
Yay.
There
Yep.
you go. All righty. So yeah, you
We're just walking right by.
Yep. Oh no, if you've got a right, and they assume that
VIP
you're-
pass.
right. Yep, pretty much. And you guys go backstage trying to trace down Adelaide's movement.
Mhm.
Am I able to get in there? Because I was following out the map. Am I able to get in too, or is
Oh,
it
if you
only
want
the two of
to,
them in?
yeah, no, if you want to be part of the entourage, absolutely.
Yeah.
The
I won't stop it.
Alontourage.
I'm not letting these two.
The entourage.
Yeah, with Lark and Phage heading after Liz, I'm not letting these two go off on their own. So yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah, you angle on the same vector that Adelaide seemed to be following, and there's a couple of dressing rooms and then a stage exit to the alleyway.
At this point, now that we are backstage, this is Alana's show. I mean, it's their show, but it's
Right.
Alana's gonna. If we check outside first, that's fewer places to look.
okay.
So outside.
Okay. Stepping out into the alley. You can see that there are a couple vehicles parked back here. And looking the other direction, you can see some long scarlet red hair and back of the head to you, obviously. And apparently speaking with somebody else.
Alana just freezes and like death grips Megan's
I put,
wrist.
yeah. You're good. You're fine. I'm not going anywhere.
I can do this.
Mm-hmm. Goddamn right.
And she will walk and get about 5 feet away from this person.
Okay. You're behind her right now. She's facing entirely away from you, and a finger comes up, and you just hear, Lana Spencer, whatever sort of business we have, we'll have to wait. This is more important right now. Go back inside. Now you're going to be all right. It's going to be fine. Just need you to breathe. You've awakened.
I'm gonna gently tug on Alana's hand.
I understand, Michelle, but just in and out. There's going to be a lot more that you have to learn over the next few days.
Is the person
But we
she's
have
talking
people.
to
Yeah. mhm.
the person she's talking to the person that bamfed through the wall?
Give me a wits and composure.
Wrong one. That one. There you go. 0 successes. No idea.
You can't see. There's a whole lot of auburn hair in front of you.
I do want to
This
do a
isn't
wits.
just a-
I do want to do a wits and empathy on Megan,
Yeah.
who is being weirdly calm, considering all the magic that I felt in that room, and knowing how Megan has been around Phage when weird shit's been happening.
Like that wasn't the question of Phage when weird shit's happening. Phage just is weird shit that's happened.
I was going to say, meanwhile, the other three of you who are out front, where's that conversation going now?
No, nothing.
We don't need to be starting more fights.
5 minutes from now, everyone in there could be inside out.
Somehow I doubt that.
I feel like if that's what they do, it would be on the news by now.
Well, they've been disappeared from the news. We don't know what any of this is, and she is a danger potentially to Alana, who barely knows what she wants. She just got out.
Alana
And now we're
is with
letting
Megan,
her walk
who's
right
not
back
gonna let
into maybe
anything
someone who
happen
is
to
going
her.
to hand her right back over to them. I would like to activate Tale of the Baba Yaga.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the
Amazing.
catch of this could be someone who is a privateer who is allied with our keepers.
This magic
Okay.
isn't Fae.
Yep. Okay. You definitely meet the catch on that one. Who has the higher composure between Lark and Phage?
I've only got 2 in
Mine's also
composure.
2.
Oh, okay.
Yours is also 2? Okay. Manipulation and intimidation plus your autumn mantle -2.
Okay. Manipulation and intimidation. I have
So how many dots of mantle do you have?
I've got 3.
Okay.
Cancels out my disadvantage for not having any intimidation.
So you're basically manipulation, intimidation, +1 then.
Okay.
And it should keep the penalty for
Yeah.
intimidation in there.
Mm-hmm. A success.
1 success. So if you are able to keep up this conversation for another 5 minutes after invoking the keepers,
Yep.
because it's an extended roll, so you need at least 5 minutes of talk with them.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be able to scare potentially one of these people.
Yep.
Okay. And if they are faced with a believable manifestation of that fear, whichever of your motley mates you choose will evoke a supernaturally strong fear in them, and will flee for 1 turn per success. So 1 turn currently.
Yep.
Okay.
So I am gently tugging on Alana's wrist and reaching a hand out on put on like Akiden's chest. I assume he's like here vaguely, like just
Hydrogen
behind.
looming from the back.
Yeah.
He's a few steps behind, but yeah, not very close.
Can I
This
read
isn't
that
an-
this is attempting to use a contract on us?
You could spend a willpower and I'll roll a kenning for you.
Why not?
Alrighty.
I'm about to
Go
roll it.
ahead and give me what is your current clarity rating?
7.
Oh yeah.
Before you continue that conversation, can we jump back to ours?
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
This isn't an us situation. Let's back off.
Yeah,
It's fine. It's been 10 years. What's another 30 minutes?
yeah, I'm getting that. What exactly do you know about this, Megan?
Did you not?
No, I felt
Let's back-
everything in there. Yeah.
Let's back off because we are standing within 5 feet of this situation
Oh, I thought
currently,
we'd already stepped
and
away.
then we can. No, there's been no indication that we
I was gonna
have
say, yeah,
yet.
no, nobody said
No.
they moved yet.
Well,
so if you
no,
guys
because
are
every time I
moving,
went
yeah.
to, we skipped back to.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry. There was a lot of
Yeah.
camera flip. Yep. So you guys are now
We are
going back.
backing up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going back inside or just space down the alleyway?
No, Alana's pretty dead set on going back inside.
Cool.
Okay.
I know once we're inside,
Mm-hmm.
I assume that gets asked.
Yeah, that's what he would ask. He wouldn't have asked it while we were
Okay.
still outside.
I know it's not us. It doesn't seem hostile. And to me, that right there looked like what happens when one of us come out of the hedge and find somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, it does on the outs. Once you're outside, but from the inside, when she went through the wall, it looked like she got taken.
Weird person does weird shit. I don't know exactly what this situation is, but I know that it doesn't look like there's any immediate threat.
No.
And that was us being there wasn't going to help the map.
No, absolutely not. But
So
this,
we will have a conversation, or Alana will, once
Hi.
that's handled.
You all have been touched by
Look
otherworldly
over.
energy.
look over at whoever's talking.
This is the person that you had seen originally, Megan, with the sort of bohemian peasant kind of garb. She's got a little bit of a faintly dreamy look in her eyes. You can see some tattooing on the collarbone. And she's just kind of got her hands folded in front of her. Head tilted to the side a little bit.
Sweetie, go get a drink or something. We're just gonna chill here.
Confused, and you need some more information to clarify what it is that you saw but don't understand.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't step on toes, because if the situation were reversed,
Would you like to know where the toes are and what they mean?
Yes.
I really think more communication is helpful for most people, and you are the first of the outsider touched that I've ever met. My name's Wicker.
Hi, Wicker.
Hi.
People can do magic. Regular, normal, not. Junkrat thinks you're all progenitor experiments, but I don't think that's the case.
What experiments?
Evil
you-
magicians who can manipulate bodies and genetics and the building blocks of everything that makes up life.
Nope.
If it were that simple, it'd be a lot easier.
Hold on.
No.
Magicians?
Normal people who have a will strong enough and an understanding that reality is only as you see it and choose it to be, and therefore exert their own power to make reality hopefully better, some people worse.
I look over at Megan. I mean, that sounds like them.
No, there was
Are
an
you-
important word used
Except
there.
for the normal people part,
Human.
yes.
Yes.
Yes, we are all humans.
We are
Nobody
not.
is ever going to mistake what we've dealt with for human.
No, but enforcing their will and reality
We, my side of the community, are all humans who can do magic. And when she says magic, you can hear the capital M and the K.
Yeah.
Yep.
You are changed, different. Maybe you were human once, or maybe you never were, but you have power and knowledge too. My school has encountered people like you before, we remember, from the ages long gone. But other people see it differently and categorize you differently. What we do is help those who are on the edge cross the line into their own power.
Okay.
We are not that.
Nope.
No, you already are aware of your self and persons.
A lot of us wish we could change that.
Change is difficult.
Change forced upon you is different.
Yeah, we weren't changed so much as put through a meat grinder, pulled out the other end, and reformed a few dozen times over to what we are now.
That sounds terrible.
It was.
Not literally. Well, probably literally in some cases.
Literally in my case.
Different for
She
everybody.
reaches
but
out
not-
and tries to touch you on the chest, Akujin.
I let her. And
I'm
if
so very sorry for your pain. You see her close her eyes and just kind of lean and murmur something under her breath. Go ahead and give me a roll your clarity.
systems interacting. Simple roll. 6 dice. 2 successes.
Does Akujin have any injuries right now?
No.
Okay.
Only emotional ones and mental ones.
I'm saying if
Right.
someone wants to heal someone, hi. Actually, I don't think I'm that. I actually don't think. No, I've still got 2 lethal.
3 days would have passed. I would.
And you just feel a vibration that touches something inside you. And there's a connection of two individuals from very different backgrounds. And it's as if she reached out and found that common thing that still makes you both independent beings, alive, conscious, and capable of feeling and empathizing the concept of pain. You feel that connection between these two bodies, effectively. It's the metaphysical equivalent of somebody coming alongside you, putting their hand on your shoulder and saying, your pain is my pain. In the most sympathetic, I recognize what you've been through, and the amount of regret you feel for that for yourself, the amount of loss that you've undergone, I ally with you in that. And I too feel the same regret, not for pain that was caused to me, but for pain that was caused to you.
Akushin definitely like starts to like tear up in his eye, like starts to tear up and has no idea why.
Right. Very fair.
Oh no! They made one of us feel. They all must die now.
Sword comes out.
Better kill them all. Meanwhile, out front.
So yeah, when Liz starts to use that contract and Phage recognizes it, her nostrils flare for a minute, and she just goes, Liz, do not even begin to start using contracts on your motley mates. Whatever they're doing is not Fey, and we should not be starting fights we don't know we can handle. They haven't tried to hurt any of us.
Doing something.
Yeah, we don't know what it is. It hasn't tried to hurt any of us.
Yes.
Liz, do you need to go somewhere else right now? Because this is upsetting you. They won't let you back in there right now. There's nothing more you can do. You can either hang out here or I can take you somewhere else.
You feel a hand on your shoulder, Liz. As Butterfly reaches up and just rests her fingers on your shoulder and leans over and whispers very quietly in your ear. Don't worry. I have a gun. And that's where we're going to end for the evening.
Oh no.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.